Hey guys, all right, so this is going to be a very quick disclaimer, not to make this video any longer than it already is. I wanted to add this to the front of it because obviously you guys have seen my video that I put out yesterday about the Patty Mayo thing, and that was from the press release from the Oregon Sheriff's Office website, which once and for all finally confirms everybody's suspicion. So the video that you guys all said you still want to see it and everything, so I'm going to give it to you for that reason. I just want to make it, very clear. At the time I did that, they were the speculations on my end, just things that I had witnessed. I referred to 2 other videos that also showed a bunch of information and facts and everything that supported everybody's overall belief. So I don't want anybody to think that this is like another video on top of that, like this. So that's the disclaimer for this. You guys wanted to see it, I'm gonna throw it out there, and that's that. 2 other things I wanna cover real quick, just because of obviously the slew of comments I've gotten from that video, which overall are mostly positive. I've had a few people that are, a-holes, but whatever, you're always gonna get that. But the one that pissed me off the most was somebody that said I was chasing clout, okay? And I can tell you that is not further from the truth than anything you can imagine. I could give 2 shits about his followers or clout or anybody from that. I would rather have a small following of genuine, organic people that enjoy my content, want to learn, appreciate the profession of law enforcement, and that's that. I wouldn't care if I never gained another subscriber again. I don't want any of his subscribers. I don't need any of his subscribers. I could care less about that. This is absolutely not a clout chasing thing by any means whatsoever. It's purely for the message of, like you'll see in the video, of just his behavior and how it portrays law enforcement, like men and women like me who have actually gone to school, gone to the training, and put our lives on the line every day out on the street and actually have to face real danger to keep the public safe. And you have him, and I'm fine with it. If he would do a disclaimer, if he would do an actual thing in there that says, hey, this is for entertainment purposes only, the acts you see in the following show are staged, whatever, but I know that would hurt his business, but that's my issue with it, okay? Plain and simple, nothing more than that. The second issue I want to address real quick, and not that I really should have to, but I got a lot of comments on this last video about it because I filmed kind of late at night. The issue with my eye is a little more predominant at night for whatever reason. A lot of people, some tactfully, called me out on it, basically hoping that I'm okay, that there wasn't some sort of neurological damage with me. And then there are a couple of douchebags that basically are like, look at his lazy eye. All right, so real quick, I'm just gonna clear it up for anybody who's watching this. I'm fully aware of the situation with my eyes. I actually do not have a lazy eye. The eye that looks droopy, so to speak, is the normal eye. The eye that is open too much, it's a result from a car accident I had when I was younger. I've had several eye surgeries to that, and there is a tendon that's actually pulling on the eyelid too much and keeping it open a lot more than the other. I'm totally aware of it. I'm actually going to the doctors right now, and I think in the next 3 to 4 months, I'm gonna be having surgery on it to even it back out, because to be honest with you, I don't like it. I obviously see it a lot more now that I'm on camera. It's something I'm self-conscious about. I don't like it. I'm doing it for my own thing, not for anybody else, but that's the issue with my eye. For anybody who is genuinely concerned about it, wanted to know, and for all the other nosy people out there, there's your answer too. Not that it's any of your business, so the end. Anyway, here's the video. Hope you enjoy it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about a topic that I've been getting tons and tons of requests for here real recently, and that is Patty Mayo a real cop? So before I get into that video, I wanted to take a quick second here. I stopped by the post office box today and I have a letter from a young man named Jake. Jake wrote me to basically say that he follows the channel. He's very interested in law enforcement. Apparently his father is a sergeant with the New York State Police, and Jake here is actively wanting to become an officer when he gets older to follow in his father's footsteps. So he wrote me a nice letter here, wished me happy holidays, New Year, and all of that good stuff. And he also drew a picture of our police cars, which, to be honest with you, like I mentioned in the last vlog, I can't sing and I definitely can't draw. So I'm very impressed with this drawing, Jake. I really appreciate the fact that you took the time to reach out to me and send me this, and I wanted to give you a little bit of love here in the video. Guys, I have a P.O. box. I've mentioned it on Instagram a little bit here and there. I don't really promote it a whole lot because I don't want to be one of these people, with mail time where you guys are buying me things or sending things like that. I don't need that. I don't want you guys spending money on me. There's no reason to do that. If you want to send me a patch, if you want to reach out and throw me a little letter like that or something like that, a sticker or something, maybe you guys have a business, a startup, send it to me. If I can put it on camera and read through it, I'll do that. That's something I would actually like to add to the videos. It gives us a little bit more content for everybody to enjoy, and you know, hopefully maybe promote some other people if there's some quality products. I know I've been contacted by several people here recently that have startups for like law enforcement type related gear and things like that. So if you have anything like that, feel free to send it to me, and I'll take a look at it, and if I can put it on camera and talk about it, I'd be more than happy to do that. With that being said, let's get into this video. Spoiler alert, I'm going to say no. Now, another spoiler alert for this video, and I hope you guys don't get too upset with me, is I'm not gonna really review any of his videos or go into a bunch of detail about those because it's been done a bunch of times. In fact, the main point I'm gonna get across in this video is I'm gonna have two links in the show notes, one being from Donut Operator, which I'm sure you guys all know who he is. He's done a video on this, and then I found another video that was actually just posted within the past week or two from a guy named 77 Abaddon 77. I actually didn't watch anything else on his channel, so I don't know what it's really about, but the interesting fact about his video is he lives in the city or the town where Patty Mayo claims to be a deputy, and this guy actually saw them filming one of their things and contacted the local sheriff's office for that area, who in turn was going to go out and investigate it. And I'll save what he says for his video, so watch it, but it's some very interesting stuff. So both Donut and this guy took a bunch of time and did a bunch of research and broke down some very specific things of why the numbers just don't add up. So I'm a big believer of not reinventing the wheel, so I don't really see a lot of reason for me to go through and do all the same research that these guys have already done, because I'm not gonna find anything different than they did. Really, what my main points of view would be on this are his behavior. And Donut touches on this in his video and everything, and I read the comments on both Donut's video and this other guy's video, and oh my god, even after the facts that they put into these videos, you still have people in there just bashing them, thinking that this guy is real. And then you have a certain amount of the people that says, who cares? Who cares if it's real? It's entertaining. I enjoy watching it. And look, I get that. And like Donut even says in his video, I respect the fact, especially being a somewhat new YouTuber and seeing what it takes to film, edit, put out content, entertaining content, gaining subscribers, all of that stuff. It is an extreme amount of work, a lot more than most people really think that it would be. I know for me it was how I've learned. So on one hand, I respect his hustle. However, the biggest issue I have as being a law enforcement officer is the way he handles himself in these videos. It is absolutely unprofessional and disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Now, I am not going to sit here and tell you that in my 14-year career as a police officer that I have never been inappropriate, that I've never cursed at somebody, that I've never had a screaming match with somebody, because I'd be lying if I told you that. However, I could probably count them on my two hands in 14 years, incidents like that have happened. However, in every single one of his videos, he gets in a fight, a screaming match, something with these people, and that is absolutely not how you handle yourself in this job. In fact, it's one of the reasons why I have my channel and I show you guys the things I show you, because that is not real life. That is not what happens in our field on a daily basis. And the problem that I have with it, and I think the problem that Donut has with it, he's impersonating an officer. And although the people that are in his videos are paid actors, he's doing most of it on private property or in industrial areas off the beaten path, he is still out in the public eye. If this guy could drive by and see him with the lights on, what if somebody flags this guy down, or his fake partner, or any of these people see them driving around, something just happened, I need help, I need help. It happens to us all of the time. People come up to us and flag us down for all kinds of things. Now granted, I'm able to help them, I'm sworn, I'm certified, I can do anything I need to do. These guys can't. All right, so now at this point, what kind of advice are they giving them? Do they tell them, I'm not a real cop, I can't help you, have a nice day? You know, what does that do for the profession? Now these people can't trust the fact that they've seen an unmarked cruiser that looks like a police car with lights on it, that is it a cop, is it not really a cop? You know, things like that can open up a real big can of worms, in my opinion, for the safety of the public. Now let's get away from that aspect of it. Let's get back to some of the videos. In fact, the video that Donut reviews in his is a perfect example of how he talks to these people that he has arrested. They are in custody, in handcuffs, in his cruiser, and he is threatening them.
I will choke you out with your sweatshirt if you don't stop. Yeah. Smarten the f up. No, you're going Smarten the fuck up before I start slamming shit on you. I think you need to. I will show you my fucking taser. You pull away from me again, mother. That's why your car's getting towed tonight. It's just asshole tax.
Okay? He is committing criminal assault against these people, all right? Assault is basically a verbal threat here in my state, and the two simple things about it is you need to have the apparent means and ability to carry out the threat you are saying. So when he is literally 2 feet away from these people, they are handcuffed in his car, and he says, I will choke you the out with my sweatshirt or whatever it is he says exactly. He just threatened to choke this person out who cannot defend themselves, who is in handcuffs, confined in his car, and he has the apparent means and ability to do that. So in my book, Florida law, you just committed a misdemeanor assault against an arrested person if you're a real cop. That is asinine, absolutely asinine. The fact that he would behave that way is just beyond me, and I get it. It's because he's fake. It's for views. People think that stuff is crazy. Here's what my problem is with it is the kind of people who watch that and believe that are the same kind of people that have the opinion of the police that they do nowadays, that we are all just egomaniac, power tripping, beating up people, violating rights type of gang, people call us, right? So he is giving the public that opinion of us, and they believe it. Like I said, if you read these comments, there are people that are so blind to this, they absolutely think he is a cop. And if they believe that, then there's an entire other portion of the population out there that believes this, and that's how they think we operate on a daily basis, and that is absolutely disgusting. He makes a horrible name for police officers who are actually out there putting their lives on the line, responding to calls for service, helping the public, and he's doing it for fun and for money and for views. And again, I get it. Look, he's trying to make money. He's, and you'll see in the other videos, they break down like how his other channels, basically he was a prank person originally. Then YouTube demonetized pranks, so now he's not making any money. So now he picks up the bounty hunter thing, blah, blah, blah. That's a whole nother, scope. Then California or wherever he was at changed the laws on bounty hunting. So now all of a sudden he's a cop, right? It just doesn't make any sense. So one of the other little things I'll add into my video here of why I don't believe it, and Donut touches on it, is just the time frame of everything. It doesn't add up. The academy is a 6-month process, pretty minimum. I can't imagine any states having an academy that is shorter than that. It's 5.5 months here. So like I said, 6 months. Now, after that, okay, unless you were hired by an agency and sponsored through the academy, you then have to go get hired at an agency. That process can take easily another 6 months. I'm telling you, for when I got hired, between the academy, the hiring process, and when I started was almost a year, okay? So you're talking a year time frame realistically for most people to complete the academy, pass the state exam, get hired at an agency, and begin their training at that agency. So now, like I've told you guys in my other videos, you have the field training program. The field training program, again, is gonna vary at a lot of agencies, but at mine, it's 16 weeks long. So there's another 3.5 months of that. And that is before you even just get released on your own into a fleet patrol car to do the basic entry-level stuff of being a novice police officer. That's not even scraping the surface of now you're driving an unmarked car, you're in like a street crimes uniform, and you have a camera crew following you around. Okay, that absolutely makes 0 sense on so many different levels. I can't even get into it, but the main things is just time frame. That doesn't add up. Secondly, the fact that a rookie officer would be allowed to do that is unthinkable for me at most any agency. The mere fact that I'm allowed to do what I do is, as a 14-year veteran officer who has a close working relationship with the command staff at my agency that I discussed and was able to be fortunate enough to get this off the ground. You guys follow most of the other social media law enforcement officers. There are very few people, if any, that are doing the actual ride-along videos on patrol, let alone behaving like that. If I did anything like that, my channel would be yanked so fast it wouldn't even be funny. Like I mentioned before, most of your law enforcement officers are polite, professional, they do their job. You have some that aren't. I can tell you right now, one of the most fearful things for most police officers would be being caught on camera behaving the way Patty Mayo behaves in the videos he's actually filming and willingly put on the internet. Most of the videos you find on the internet of cops misbehaving is they didn't realize they were being recorded and they're acting like he acts, and they get in trouble for that. So there's another area where I absolutely don't see how this is a thing, that a department would ever stand behind that kind of behavior, that kind of language, which there again, he's not a cop. He doesn't work for an agency. That's why he doesn't say an agency name. He has the made up letters on his thing, which you'll see in Donut's video. He did a search. There are no agencies that even have those acronyms, no identifying patches, which what I've seen is a progression, because originally when people started calling him out about the fake thin blue line patches, now he actually has patches that say deputy sheriff, but that's it. No actual department, no agency, anything like that. These are basically the patches that you can buy off of eBay or at a costume shop for actor portrayal type uniforms. There is not a police department out there that I could find in the research that I did that has a uniform patch that does not have their department logo or name on it. So there again, for me, that's another thing that just, it's not adding up. Can I sit here and bet my life that he is not a cop? No, but I think you guys see where I'm going with this. All right, everybody, that is probably where I'm gonna wrap this up. I feel like I got to a point where I'm kind of just rambling here and going in all kinds of different directions. Like I said, I could probably go on for an hour based on some of the things I've seen on his videos of critiquing them, of why I do not think that he is a police officer, based on his tactics, based on the radio transmissions, just based on everything the way it's handled. And like I said, instead of reinventing the wheel, do a quick search. There are a ton of videos. I just did it before I made this. And there's another officer on there who critiques one of his DUI stops, an actual police officer. He watches it and cuts it out. So I can't see the justice of, you know, me doing that as well. It's kind of beating a dead horse at this point. So you are going to have the opinion you have. You're going to have the beliefs that you have. I'm not here to try and say one way or another. All I'm saying is, after everything that's been presented to you, if you still believe that he is a real police officer and doing a good job, and somebody even referred to him as a hero in one of the comments that I read, if you're a subscriber of mine, do me a favor, hit that button and unsubscribe, because I don't want you here, plain and simple. The rest of you guys, you know I love you. I appreciate everybody's support. I hope this quenched your thirst a little bit for what you guys have been asking for. I know it's not super detailed, but like I said, there's a lot of really good information already that's already been out there, that's already been done, and these are just my 2 cents for it. If you have any further questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I try to read everything. I try to get back to as many people as I can. And so until the next video, I hope everybody take really good care of yourselves and stay safe out there.